Did anyone get tapped? Soren asks. I got navigation, Gilfie answers. I got tracking, Digger responds. I got weather interpretation, replies Ruby. I got search and rescue, Twilight chants. To which Primrose laughs. Me too. Otilissa is stunned. I got double jawed into. Merton looks around shyly. We were both tapped into clearing and weather interpretation. We both also got notes saying how we needed to learn about teamwork. Well, go on now. Look behind your nest, Gilfie says. Soren nods and peeks around his nest. He pulls out a coal and a caterpillar with a big smile. Martin looks relieved. So it looks like we're going on missions together. What now? Digger asks. Well, now that you've been tapped, you'll go on missions with that Shaw. You'll have to go to the other lessons once or twice a week, but otherwise you'll be working with your Shaw, Martin answers. Twilight speaks up. How long will it take to become a guardian? Years. I heard that you can become a guardian after a year if you were an adult or experienced in combat, but otherwise it will take years. Mrs. P slithers in. Children, what are you doing here? The sun has risen. Off to bed. Mrs. P, we got tapped. Mrs. P smiles. I know, dear. Madame Plankton informed me of this. I'm very proud of all of you. You've all put in so much effort these last 3 months. Now, let's all get some sleep. You've all still got a long way to go. As Otilissa flies off, she can still be heard whispering. Why didn't I get navigation? I've worked for it since I was a child. The owls go to their nests. Soren looks at his friends and smiles warmly at them as he drifts off to sleep. The scene transitions to Ethelred talking to the owls on a branch. Today is the beginning of the final stretch on your journeys to becoming guardians. Today, we will do an escort mission. You'll be divided into teams. One will go and get a basket full of assorted items. The other will make certain their partner doesn't fall into the... Otilissa, Martin, are you listening? Martin jumps. Yes, sir. So we were just wondering. Why was I not given navigation? Otilissa interrupts. Ethelred thinks on this. I see. Very good question. Otilissa, why do you want navigation? I want to be like Struma, sir. I see. And Martin, why do you not want colliery? I don't want to screw it all up, sir. I don't want the responsibilities and entails. Both have very valid reasons. One feels as though they must live up to the impossible standards they have set for themselves. Another is bound by lineage. Tell me, do you two know what we look for in our guardians? Compassion, strength, valor, and camaraderie. Exactly. You both have 2 of those down, but you lack in valor and camaraderie. Sir, I would gladly face any danger that comes my way. True, You both would face any danger. However, true valor isn't just facing an outside threat. It's also facing your inner darkness. And right now, for you two, this means tossing aside concepts of lineage. Don't think of what you are. Don't think of whose blood runs through your veins. Think of the birds around you. Birds that come from all walks of life. Some are explorers that sought Ga'Hoole. Some are survivors of wildfires. Others come from horrors we can't possibly imagine. These are the birds who will stand by you no matter what. But you must let them. Now, split off into your teams. Martin, you can come be with me, Soren pipes up. Ruby walks over to Otalissa. Otalissa, you can be with me. The two nod and start to fly next to each other. A brief montage shows the owls improving their skills and becoming closer as friends. Soren is shown being found asleep at the landing area several times by Twilight, who then flies him back to the nest. The montage ends with Soren flying through the sky behind Twilight. Twilight is carrying a small owl that is obscured by light and places the owl in a tarp suspended in the sky. Digger flies up to the owl as Soren tries to get a better look. Another Taito. That's the 14th one. That's strange, Digger says. Twilight comes up next to him. What is it? Look at that spot under her eye. Not only that, she looks like... No, it couldn't be. I think it is. Soren is finally able to get a closer look and gasps in horror. It's Eglantine, covered in blood. Soren wakes up to the sound of other owls flying around and calling for backup. Mrs. P darts into the hollow with a horrified look on her face. Mrs. P, I just dreamt that they found Eglantine. Is she okay? Yes, come on, you're needed. 36 owls, all Taitos, were found on the ground. They're all injured, and the medical bay is understaffed. Okay, what do they need me to do? You need to help get their beds ready and help bandage the wounded. Soren nods and follows her to the medical bay. To his horror, the room is filled with a chorus of owls chanting the same thing repeatedly. Why are they saying this over and over again? Martin asks. Don't lose your head, Martin, Ruby shouts. Soren, your sister is fine. Go help the other owls. Soren nods and starts tending to the owls alongside Gylfi. The scene fades to exhausted owls sitting around Eglantine. The sun is setting. The chanting has ceased. Eglantine, what happened to you? Why do you stare blankly at the ceiling? It's me, Soren. It's gonna be okay, Soren, Primrose comforts him. Ruby nods in agreement. Yeah, she'll come to her senses soon. She's just in shock. This whole thing was worrying, though, Gylfi says. 36 owls dropped miles from any nest, all chanting the same thing. Digger nods. Not only that, I heard that Ethelred left shortly after the condition stabilized. Sylvana said he almost looked crazed and was mumbling to himself. Mrs. P sighs. And what of Noctis, Morella, and Clud? Where have they gone? Twilight yawns. Not to sound rude, but we can't do much by worrying about it. Let's get some sleep. You guys go. I'm gonna stay with Egg for a while longer. There's gotta be some way to help her. After a moment of thinking, Ruby starts to sing, followed by everyone else. What gives a wriggle and makes you giggle when you eat 'em? Whose meatsy little feet make my heart really beat? Why, it's those creepy little crawlies that make me feel so jolly. For the darling centipede, my favorite buggy feed, I always want some more, and that's the antidote. More than beetles, more than crickets, which times gives me the hiccups. I crave only to feed on a juicy centipede, and I shall be happy forevermore. Eglantine blinks and continues to stare off into space. Soren sighs and continues to watch over her. The scene transitions to several days later. Eglantine follows her brother into the landing area with a blank expression. Soren stands next to his friends and sets a small baggie down. Still nothing? Primrose asks. Soren sighs. She follows me around, but she doesn't say anything. Eglantine eats, but doesn't react to what she eats. I talk to her, and she starts that chant again. Ruby smiles encouragingly. I'm sure she just needs a little more time. Trader Mags apparently knows a lot. Maybe she knows how to fix this. I've never met Trader Mags before. What's she like? Gilvy asks. She's a magpie who collects and trades trinkets for other trinkets. Apparently, she has an entire cave filled with treasures. What kind of trinkets? Anything ranging from teacups to giant instruments. Apparently, one of her ancestors actually gave the tree its hop. She's on a collecting spree currently. She probably found a crow's nest. A crawl? Crackish word for pirate. How can she carry so much? Primrose asks. Her cave isn't far from here. She has a boat that she loads cargo into, and the older owls help her carry her boat onto the landing area. Speaking of which, here she comes. Several great greys are shown carrying a large wooden boat filled with random objects. A magpie with a bandana covering her right eye flies out of the boat and lands on the ground as the great greys fly away. Hello, my children, Trader Max begins. I have got quite a few items in stock today. Everything ranging from books to toys and a special item for Ethelred. He personally ordered it for me 3 days ago. When he saw that I was finished with it, said Octavia would like it. Bubbles, pull the hanging bed out. Yes, ma'am, Bubbles calls out. A smaller magpie pulls a bird cage large enough for a great gray out of the boat. The door had been rubbed off. Is Octavia sleeping, ma'am? Bubbles asks. Trader Max nods. Probably. Poor old Snake hardly leaves her home anymore. Ethelred loves to give her gifts. I even put in an old pillow just for her. Did Ethelred mention why he left? Soren asked. No, but he did tell me to tell everyone not to worry. Oh, Bubbles, please get the free of charge knickknacks to the owls that Ethelred mentioned. Okay, any owls involved in the Great Downing, Trader Max shouts. The Great Downing, please step on up. The entranced owls, Eglantine included, walk over to Bubbles. Very good. Treat them well, Bubbles. The rest of you, come on up and take a look. Since tonight is a special night, I will trade any item for anything you can offer. Soren, see anything you'd like? Twilight asks. Do you have any legends of Lies of Keel? No, sorry, Trader Max shakes her head. Don't worry. I'll tell you another legend later. But I do have a golden goblet from the Northern Kingdoms. They appear to be of the same era as Madame Plunk's teacups. Probably. Don't quote me on that. Soren considers this. Yeah, I think I'll get that. Screams disrupt their exchange. The owls look over and see the entranced owls shaking and screaming. Eglantine is shaking the most violently. Bubbles drops a piece of mica from her beak. Twilight flies off while calling for a medic, while Soren flies to his sister's aid. Bubbles, what did you do? Trader Max screams. I don't know, Bubbles cries. I decided to see how they liked the mica, and they started screaming and shaking. Soren gently shakes his sister. Eglantine, snap out of that. Please, I can't lose you again. Wake up, Eglantine! The harp can be heard in the background. This seems to cause the owls to stop screaming and shaking. The owls look around with confused and frightened faces. Where am I? One asks. Don't worry. You're all safe now. You're in the great tree of Gahul, Primrose answers. Can anyone tell us what you remember? Martin asks. One at a time, please. Soren sees that Eglantine is starting to calm down. Eglantine, are you okay? Eglantine blinks. Soren? Oh, Soren, I missed you so much. Where are we? Where are Maud, Claude, and Mrs. P? Mrs. P is here. We're in the Gahul tree. Mrs. P said he vanished with an older owl to look for me. What happened? The last thing I remember is Mrs. P going to talk to a neighbor in the early morning about watching us while she went to Kinnear. I closed my eyes, and the next thing I know, I'm woken up by a harp. Soren, can we go and listen to the harp? Sure. I'm sure Mrs. P would be happy. Afterwards, I'll introduce you to my friends and tell you how we got here. Gylfi begins to fly off. I'll go tell the queen and king the news. Digger takes a look at the mica. Bubbles, can I have that piece of mica? Go ahead, it's cursed. On the contrary, it's a key. A key to what? Bubbles, hush, Trader Max whispers. Soren laughs and leads his sister to the music hall along with the other young owls. Mrs. P sees Soren and Eglantine and starts playing enthusiastically. Soren's friends sit next to him and watch the show. The film ending as the song ends.